This is Sports Matters with Jerry Coughlan.
It's so retro.
We cover all the biggest sports on the planet. MMA, boxing, snooker, football, darts, you name it, and we cover it.
Okay, welcome to Sports Matters with me, Jerry Coughlan. I'm joined by one of the leading female wrestlers in Ireland, Katey Harvey. How's things?
Oh, good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. You've been really busy lately, a lot of travelling and stuff. We're going to go back to the start. Tell us your first memory of wrestling. How did it all start for you?
Well, I always watched with my brother. We were big fans, and we only had the channel for WCW. So like every week we'd sit down and watch that with two of our friends. Yeah. And then they started showing WWE on Channel 4.
I remember, yeah.
So just the more we started watching, the more we got into it. And then there was a local promotion that was ran by Fergal Devitt and Paul Tracy, NWA Ireland. So our dad started taking us to those shows. And we got to see people like Becky Lynch and stuff when they first started wrestling.
Sweet.
So like, once I found out there was a school, I just started wrestling.
And were you nervous when you first went into that school? How did it, did they break it in gently, or was it kind of just
not at all
straight in for the slam?
Straight in. I remember the day, my first training session, there was only 4 of them there because there was a show that night. So they were just doing a little bit in the ring before the show. And I got suplexed and slammed and everything, and I couldn't walk for about a week afterwards.
That bad?
It was rough.
Straight in. And who did you look up to? Of course, obviously, we're all kind of in the same age bracket. So was it the Attitude Era, kind of like the Stone Colds?
Well, see, I missed the Attitude Era because
really?
I didn't have the channel for WWF.
Was it TNT was the channel for WCW?
TNT,
I remember it well, yeah.
yeah. So,
the old black box back in the day.
I love the cruiserweights. They were my favourite. Billy Kidman was like my
he's a hero.
Favorite.
I remember his team and Rey Mysterio.
Yeah,
the
Filthy Animals. They were the best. And then I had Medusa as well, Alundra Blaze, when she was Medusa. I loved her as well, and I loved Miss Elizabeth because she was really classy, and when she turned heel, that devastated me.
Yeah, I remember it well. I was heartbroken as well.
When I did start watching WWE, it was Lita and China all the way.
Yeah, and she's awesome. She is, and I'm gutted she's not around anymore. She kind of makes the odd appearance here and there, but she's.
Yeah, I actually met her when she played in Dublin. It was before I started wrestling, but she was really, really cool, and I was so glad because I thought if I ever met her. And she wasn't nice.
Yeah.
It
would
just
devastated.
be too much.
I seen her in Cork. I think there was she was in a band.
Yeah.
And she passed me, and I was like, there was no way that's Lita. And then I looked like a day later on Facebook, and she was in there, like Cypress Avenue. I was like, what the hell? I should have gone over to her. And your first match, can you remember that well? Can you remember it like it was yesterday?
Oh yeah, it was a gym show in FFPW Fight Factory where I trained with another girl, and I'd only been training for 3 months. But we put this little match together in training, so it went off really well. I was really happy with it. I still kind of look back and I'm like, oh yeah, it's not as bad when you look back on certain matches and you're like, it's awful. Happy with the way it went. And
you've wrestled a lot of females, and I believe you've wrestled 1 or 2 men maybe. Have you been involved?
Yeah, but to be honest, I much prefer wrestling women. I want to be a really good wrestler. And when women wrestle men, it tends to be just big spots. There's no story. It's just, let's do this really cool big move. And that's the pop. I don't really like that. I much prefer matches where I just get to wrestle a really good girl and tell a really good story. Yeah. My favourite match ever was a 4-way we did for the women's title. They were crowned the first ever Irish women's champion. And that was just, it was 4-way. There was myself, Viper, Pollyanna and Lauren LaRue. So 4 girls, 4 different countries. And it was a big deal. Yeah. People said it was match of the night. I really hope it was because we put everything into that.
I've seen the feedback for that, and I think I've seen it on YouTube as well.
Yeah.
So it's awesome. And for you, because obviously you're flying the flag high for Ireland, along with of course Becky Lynch and stuff. Like you're the next one to make that leap, I think. Tell us the future projects. What are you hoping to achieve? Because you're at it long enough now.
Nearly 6 years.
Yeah.
I've things in the pipeline. I do a lot of work in England. They have a couple of all-female promotions, and I have a tag team with Pollyanna, a girl who wrestles over there, the Queens of Wrestling. So we're getting a lot of stuff done. I'll be making my debut for IPW over there this year.
Awesome.
A couple more trips to Holland and Belgium lined up as well. The place in Holland is crowning their first women's champion by the end of the year, so there's a tournament for that I'm pretty excited about. But it's mostly just kind of getting out there, getting as many. Like I'm lucky, I travel at least once a month to a different country at the moment.
That's good.
Not a lot of people can say that, so
not many,
it's really cool.
And just for the girls, okay, because obviously it's a nerve-wracking thing. What were the parents and the family like when you first said, I'm gonna go wrestling?
Well, my brothers have always been into it, so they thought it was cool. My ma thinks I'm a nut job. Like, she'll come to the shows and she'll watch it. She'll be like, "You're mental." Like they came to a show last week, and I ended up wrestling a guy because there was no other girls there, so we did like a funny chop match, and my ma was just like, this is how you spend your free time, like,
And just for the girls in general, what advice can you give to them? Because it's getting bigger and bigger, obviously, you know, the likes of Becky, Sheamus, Finn Balor, like, what advice can you give them, like, if they want to enter that gym first day, train to be a wrestler, what's the grid? How
They need to train with other girls.
Yeah.
There's a big conception, and it's a misconception, if you go in, and you'll hear it from a lot of girls, I train with the guys, so blah, blah, blah. That's not good enough. They need to train with other girls, they need to get good with other girls. There's no point in being able to do and take moves off lads. Yeah. Without being sexist, they are generally bigger and stronger than us. If you want to be a really good, well-rounded wrestler, you need to be able to wrestle anybody. You know, you need to be able to take anything, you need to be able to give anything. It's not about that one big spot in a match. It's about start to finish.
I like it.
So that's my advice to girls.
Good stuff. You heard it first. Katey, thank you very much for speaking to us, and we're looking forward to your future. I'm predicting it a long time, NXT, WWE, it's all going to happen in the near future. Hopefully sooner.
Hopefully.
Thank you. Thanks a million, guys.
Check out all the latest interviews with Jerry and the Stairs weekly on Sports Matters.